What's up, yo? I got, I got, I got something funny. Well, to me, it's funny. I got something I want to share with y'all. So I'm laughing because Chipotle sent me a message about free queso, and the funny thing to me is I understand it's free, but I'm not gonna go to Chipotle for free queso. If I'm going to Chipotle, I'm gonna get a meal. In other words, I'll save that free queso the next time I decide to go to Chipotle. Like, you're not gonna make me go out of my way for queso. The funny thing is, I mean, the queso's not $1. The queso is probably like $3. So there's some pretty good value there. But you you use queso as an ingredient to a dish more times than not. You're not usually gonna go somewhere and just ask for queso. Like, if you went to Chipotle with one of your friends and you got a bowl, you picked your protein, you added all the supporting ingredients, lettuce, tomato, salsa, beans, right, which type, et cetera, and you may get some chips, right? And then you go ahead, you go ahead and sit down, find a spot, and then your friend comes through and she's got the queso, and that's it. What would be going through your mind at that moment? Oh, I just came from the queso. Oh, so you're not eating? No, I am eating. I just wanted the queso. Like, so what am I gonna be doing rolling up just to go get some free queso? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? It would be great on something with something, right? So that's a foot in the door strategy. They just want to get your foot in the door, and then they're obviously hoping that you're gonna go buy more stuff from them. That you're not just gonna show up and ask for queso, right? Like, I almost want to just go there and just and then just make a skit out of it, right? Like, yeah, I just want to. Yeah, can I go ahead and order the queso, please? It's yeah, all right. Okay. First, do you want to pick a burrito? No, 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 no. I just want queso. and then, and then you get your queso, and I, it's not the type that you can fork or break apart. It's creamy. It's like a condiment. It's like ketchup, ranch per se, but it's queso. It's melted. So, I mean, I guess you would eat it with a spoon. You get a spoon. So you get the spoon, you sit down, and then you pray over your meal, because I pray over all my meals. And then you just start eating the queso, right? And then you just walk out satisfied, and you just call it a day. Right? If somebody saw you do that, Something's probably wrong with you. All right, so why am I going off on this rant per se? It's because the the funny thing is a fast food joint like McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Burger King, they could go ahead and advertise something from their value menu. For example, a cheeseburger or a hamburger. And nowadays they're probably $1.29 or $1.50. Who knows, maybe even $2 with inflation these days. They still have anything at 99 cents. That's awesome. But anyways, let's just say you get a hamburger from McDonald's. They're advertising a free hamburger. People would go for that. And what's the value difference? Well, that hamburger again is probably $1.29, $1.50, maybe $2. It's less than the Queso. But if McDonald's advertised free hamburger, people would show up. People would show up. Oh, for sure. And then they would probably buy some more stuff. Because you can eat a hamburger or a burger by itself, but you almost feel like you need to get the fries. And then, of course, you're going to need something to drink, right? Because you're like, you know what? I'm making a meal out of it now, man. I'm about to make a meal out of this. That's a really good fit in the door, right? Because that that can seem pretty likely, and not everybody. Some people are gonna be like, just the hamburger, please, right? Because they're gonna try to upsell. They're gonna try to ask you if you want something else, right? Any fries with that? Is it free? I used to. I was notorious for that. I was notorious for that. I'm sure. I mean, I got some left sometimes, and I got some. Man, get the hell out of my store. Sometimes, right? A restaurant. Excuse my language. Get get out of my store, man. What are you doing here, right? But I would do that. I would do that. They'd be like, "Oh, do you wanna? Yeah, you wanna go ahead and get the laces and the shoe?" I used to work at Foot Locker, so I know exactly how that works. And when I see it executed elsewhere, sometimes I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good." When it's executed poorly, in my opinion, I'm like, "Nah, man, you gotta work on that one a little bit." But anyways, why am I bringing this up? Because it's funny. You could go to a McDonald's or a Burger King or Jack in the Box and order a hamburger and get away with that. Your friend might also go ahead and have that free hamburger. And now you're both just hanging out and eating your free hamburgers. But you would not. You would and again the value of the hamburger is probably $1.29, $1.50, maybe $2. I don't know. Hopefully not more than that. I don't think so. Anyways, well, and so okay, for $2 you got two people to go ahead and sit down, and they probably might get a small fries, which is again $1.29, maybe $2 or $1.50. I'm not sure these days. I haven't gone to McDonald's in years, so I don't know. But that being said, you can sit down with someone over a hamburger, and that would be kosher. That would be cool. But imagine doing that at Chipotle and you didn't get a free burger. You got free queso. And you're just like, you and your friend are just having the queso, right? So now it's like, hey, you need a spoon? You need a spoon, bro? Right? And now we're just sitting down, hanging out over this free queso. You don't do that. You don't do that. Right? So they're basically saying, come eat with us. And when you eat with us, the queso's going to be on the house. But see, they're swinging for the fences. They're swinging for the fences. They're saying if we can get you to do the free, if we're able to get you in here because of the free queso, chances are you're gonna get a meal. They're hoping you go, ooh, you know what? I haven't had Chipotle in a long time. I could use a burrito. And hey, the queso's gonna be on the house, right? I think they're going for the jugular, basically. Rope you in with some free queso. Now, what I'm trying to say is that'll work for some people, but that ain't gonna work for most people. If McDonald's or one of these other fast food joints is promoting a free value burger, people will be there. People will be there. But Chipotle, free queso, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. What do you think? Would that do it for you?